They call it the Scottish play, William Shakespeare's text with an unlucky stigma attached to its very name. Over the years, hundreds of different productions have been staged in Macbeth, but perhaps none quite like this. A physical theatre production with stage combat stunts and a stripped-down performance of the bloodiest of tragedies, this new version of Macbeth from up-and-coming company Troupe hits the Robert Powell Theatre at the University of Salford tonight. I caught up with leading man Kenan Ali at a performance in Bury to find out more about this blend of traditional theatre and choreographed fight work. So this is the first production for Troupe, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's the first stage production. We've made a film before. And this is the first stage production we've done. Yeah, what we hope would be many more. Who knows?
So why combine Shakespeare with martial arts?
We've talked about this a lot, and we feel like we want to get it out there to a younger audience, to a more broader audience, and it's also our way of connecting with younger people. It's a bridge, if you like, to the text, because we respect and love the text, but it's also latching onto the superhero coattails, if you like, and the things that kids like, and we sort of, I suppose, we're sexing it up, if you like. Well, we're trying to. That's the idea.
So you're kind of making it a lot more fun then for them.
Well, yeah. I mean, not to say that. Obviously, I mean, the text is very special, and I see that as very special. I think we should keep that going as long as possible. I mean, there are scholars that say we won't understand him within a generation, which to me I think is a shame. So yeah, I mean, it's all of those things. And from being a young kid, I was a martial artist anyway. I think I've always been an actor from day one, so I just combine the two. Yeah.
Blood has been shed in the ancient times. His humane statue purged the gentle wheel eye, and since too murders have been performed too terrible for the ear. The times have been that when the brains are out, the man would die, and there an end. But now they rise again, with 20 mortal murders on their ground, and gushes from our stools. This is more strange than such a murder. My word,
I mean, it's quite a sparse production. Is that kind of practical, or is it more to do with getting to the heart of the text?
It's to do with getting to the heart of the text. Yeah, I mean, our director, probably Wiley Longmore, who's a very experienced, very seasoned actor and a very special actor, and also an extremely good director, of course. And so he helped us through the text-based stuff, and basically, I mean, it is those principles in a production, if you like. And it's just the actor in the space. I am who I say I am. These words are mine, and you will believe me, and that because I believe, and off you go. And that's all you need for theatre, with a bit of martial arts thrown in, of course.
With just 6 performers splitting at 19 parts between them, and providing action-packed fight sequences when required, this new production is certainly a challenge for all involved. But whilst the seasoned pros behind it are taking it all in their stride, it's not to say the show is completely without its difficulties.
There are times it's such a tiring undertaking that I think for me personally, I mean, it's playing that role. I mean, it is one of the major roles. It is a mountain to climb, and it never. Once you think you've got it, you slip and you fall down the way down to the bottom and have to start all over again. It is a real athletic task to perform that. You're already tired because the play takes out of your scene after scene. It's just immense.
Away! Away! Ring the alarm bell! Murder and treason! Banquo! Malcolm! Away!
So are you kind of excited to tour this now then?
Yeah, we've kicked off well at Bury, and Bury have been brilliant with us. Bury Met is a cracking venue, and it was a great start for us, and they gave us rehearsal space, and they really supported us all the way, and they were our first venue that we ever got, and they've been fantastic, so we're happy to take this on. We should go from strength to strength from here, and hopefully next year do a TIE tour maybe, and it's been fab, really fab.
The production took in a sell-out show at Bury Met last week, with a standing ovation no less. After a stop-off in Preston, the show lands at the Robert Powell Theatre tonight, before heading on to Oldham Coliseum later this week. So, what did you think?
I really enjoyed it actually. It's better than the other versions I've seen, so yeah, it's good.
What do you think made this one different?
I don't know, I think the actors made it, essentially. I think it was just really good, and I think it was so simplistic in a sense, but then it made it so much more raw and like Shakespearean. I don't know, because I'm an English student, I felt that it was like pure in the way that I read it, so do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Judging by the crowds in Bury, it's going to go down a storm, and any theatre lovers out there should head on down to tonight's show and see a talented young cast tackle one of the most timeless plays ever written. But don't just take my word for it. Why does Kenan think you should show up?
Because it's a great production. I think I'm very proud of it, but I would say that. So because as I say, I really believe that Shakespeare, should be celebrated. I think he was maybe the greatest writer ever. A guy who had insight into tyrants and into psychology even before people would have given him a term. I mean, it's a contemporary piece, even though it's 400 years old. It's a contemporary piece, and he still talks to us now. He's still relevant. So.
This is Paul Holmes reporting for the University of Salford and Salford City Radio.